Anywhere you'd like to do that? And the two. I cover please. Ask the captain to offer a prayer.
Almighty God, Father of all mankind and Judge over nations, we pray thee to guide our work at this meeting and in all our days. Send thy peace to our nation and to all nations. Hasten the fulfillment of thy promise of peace that shall have no end. We pray for those who serve the people and guard the public welfare, that by thy blessing they may be enabled to discharge their duties honestly and well. We pray for our comrades, that by their help they may observe the strictest justice, keep alight the fires of freedom, strive earnestly for the spirit of democracy, and preserve untarnished our loyalty to our country and to thee. Finally, O God of mercy, we ask thy blessing and comfort for those comrades who are suffering mental and physical disability. Cheer them and bring them the blessings of health and happiness. Amen.
Please join me in reciting the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Calling your attention to the empty chair now placed at all official meetings of the American Legion, which serves in the civil. The many American POW MIA still unaccounted for from wars and conflicts involving the United States of America. It is a reminder for all of us to spare no effort to secure the release of any American prisoners from captivity, the repatriation of the remains of those who died bravely in defense of liberty, and a full accounting of those missing. Let us rededicate ourselves to this endeavor. Will the Master at Arms please place the flag on the empty chair?
It's already in place, sir.
Cover. Please recite the preamble to the Constitution of the American Legion.
Uphold and defend the Constitution of the United States of America. Maintain the law and order. Foster and perpetuate a 100% American. Preserve these negotiations and all wars. And create a sense of individual obligation to the community, state, and nation. Combat the atrocities of both the fascists and the masses. Make right the master of might. Grow peace and goodwill on earth. To safeguard and transmit to posterity the principles of justice, freedom, and democracy. Create and sanctify our comradeship by our devotion to mutual helpfulness.
Now declare this meeting.
No drinking alcohol during the meeting. I haven't touched it since the start of the meeting.
Commander David Marciano.
Yes.
DEC Kramer, excused. Finance Officer James Bolte.
Here.
Vice Commander Brian Bergen. Here. Vice Commander Dominic Sigbal is excused. Vice Commander Bruce Michaels. Here. Vice Commander Norris Akhmetov. Here. Vice Commander Paul Connors here. Appointed officers, Adjutant Paul Connors here. Master at Arms Larry Brain excused. Judge Advocate Harold Lipitor. Here. Historian Dennis Pecora.
Yeah.
Chaplain Mike Murphy. Here. Service Officer Julio Diosas. Here. Roll call of post 27. Post 27. Post 43. Post 43. Post 59. Post 91. Post 91. Post 124 is suspended. Post 154. 3. How many? 3. Post 155. 55. Post 175. 175. Post 242.
2.
Post 245. 1. Post 249. 1. Post 279. 2. Post 312. Post 312. Post 315 is suspended. Post 342. 1. Post 344. 1. Post 390. 1. Post 391 is suspended. Post 421. 421. Post 423. 3. Post 450.
3.
We have a quorum, sir.
Thank you, Adrian Connors. The minutes of the previous meeting were just submitted, sent out via email. Are there any additions, deletions, corrections to the minutes? Now, the motion of the board to accept the minutes for, last month's meeting.
I'll make a motion that we accept them.
Dennis, second? Bruce, all those in favor? All those opposed? And it's passed. Thank you. I know DEC Kramer is not here today. We do have a guest though. I'm happy to welcome District or Department Vice Commander Ellis Marples, who's joining us tonight. Vice Commander Marslake to come up and address us.
Thank you all. Okay,
That's good.
that's.
That's good.
All right. Now I'm blocking two people. I just want to share a couple of thoughts with you. We're facing some issues right now in membership, not only in the military organizations, but the civic organizations, religious organizations. Membership is declining. Unfortunately, the costs are going up. So it's a challenge. We need everybody to work together and to try and get our fellow members to renew as quickly as possible. American Legion is no different than any other organization, and we run by metrics. So what we're doing is the national sets out the guidelines, and they want this percentage by this state. Instead of we send out all the information that's available from the DEC packages, the DEC and county commanders get them, and then they flow them down for posting. I just need to reach out to you and remind you to ask your people to renew early. And it's nice way to do that with a buddy check. You can do a buddy check first, and then if you want, you just maybe say something. By the way, did you get a chance to send your dues? Okay, that's something that's really important. Another thought is that I get out of breath. I'm getting old. When people sign up, okay, they get the mailings from National to say you're a veteran for $35. We'll give you a free knife with your branch of service on it, or a pen light or whatever. So a lot of us, yeah, okay, good. I support that. I'm a member of the Vietnam Veterans of America as well, like a member. So I sent the check in. A year later, I get a renewal notice, sent the check. I did that every year for quite a few years. Never attended a meeting. One night, one of my friends calls me and says, "Hey, Alice, I'm going to the Legion meeting tonight. I know you're a veteran. You want to go with me?" I said, "Yeah, I'm a member of the Legion. I've never been to the post. They're just not too far away." So the bottom line is that we need to reach out and invite people to attend our meetings. It's kind of, it goes without saying, and most of us are over 18 here, and some of us aren't too comfortable. So it's not like we're trying to sell something. We're trying to share with them. We have the best service organizations in the world. We got Ted O'Connor, we got Duke Morales, who are full-time VSOs down in the North Building. And ironically, I used to work there with the Vietnam veterans as a service officer. But reach out and talk to these people and also invite them to come to a meeting. Okay, some of us are getting older, and we have a couple of people that don't thrive in the dark. So maybe if there are other people that live close to them, we can reach out to them. Okay, and I know this is difficult because most of us are over 18 around here, significantly over 18 in my case. The bottom line is that technology is something that's around and is supposed to make our lives better. I had the fortunate case there being that I worked for IBM from 1967 on for 20 years. And I made more money in my part-time business, so I went full-time business later on after 20 years. So I'm traveling around with Rich Scott. How to use mylegion.org. But share that with your people. And if you think of questions, use the chain of command. Dave's got my phone number probably on the speed dial, right? Thank you.
Number 2, watch number 1.
Yep. Good team. Okay. Is there anything I can help you with at all? Sounds good. You're in good hands here. Keep up the good work. And let's bring Morris County a little higher in the polls. Okay. You're in the middle of the range right now. I have the numbers there, but we know that we're not at the top right now. Let's bring it on up to the top. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Vice Commander Harper. We appreciate you being here today with us. Officer reports. See Kramer is excused. We'll go right to Vice Commander report. Vice Commander Michaels, do you have a report, sir?
Yes, we did. Real briefly, I've been back and forth with Post 124, Booton Post, and the latest meeting between myself, Dresner, Harold Liebertor, and John Kobalarczyk from Booton Post coming up this Thursday, and hopefully we'll get a lot of the remaining issues settled. And we'll be closing out Booton Post, hopefully by the end of the year, if not sooner. East Hanover Post, 421. I've been back and forth with Mike McQuarrie of Whippany Post in trying to see if the Whippany would be willing to accept the roughly 34 members of East Hanover Post. I know Mike. We've been talking back and forth. I'm expecting a phone call sometime this weekend because he has to meet with his post commander to do a final discussion over the issue. Once we handle that issue, we'll move on with that. And that's all I have.
Thank you, Bruce. Appreciate it. Is that all of us get everybody from that, from 421 to the Whippany Post?
Yes, Post 155. They're probably the closest physically to the East Hanover Post.
Thank you, Bruce. Report, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you. This, coming in November the 8th, there's going to be a program at the County College of Morris, and I'm wondering if we want to participate with any of the other posts that want to participate at their information desk day. It's a half-a-day program, probably from 10 to about 1 o'clock, but we need to just man a post, give out literature, answer any questions, to be involved in the Veterans Center up there with the county college. They're going to be taking interviews of people like they did on the other great programs. My best experiences in the Army, my best experience in the DAV, my best experience in some other activities. But they will start taking videos of members, veterans, and memorabilia, so that we can have a continuous running tape in history of whoever wants to participate, starting with the guys at the college. As part of this, Dominic is not here tonight, but he's working with the Visual Arts Department along with the Technical Engineering Department to coordinate this with myself. And we're going to have it get a good start because Dominic had 17 years of the 37 at ABC doing Dancing with the Stars. Elmer was one of the stars. I remember that October night. But he's going to help us set it up, get some of the equipment, and then we're going to go to our own posts and our own experiences. Because this is gonna be an ongoing thing. It's a starter right now. It's a seed for May of next year and Veterans Day of next year, because they take a long time to plan things over there. Not like us. We can do it tomorrow, but neither here or there. Other than that, we're working with the Chamber of Commerce. We're on 3 committees: the Business Development, the Political Affairs, and now the nonprofits. So we are going to be needing people to help come to those meetings. Because if we designate just one person, it's gonna be a hit and miss opportunity. But right now, we're at all of them, and I wanna say, quote unquote, the whole county is invited and available to go as a member of the Morris County American Legion. So anybody from any post in the county that wants to attend and participate, because it's an annual thing, it's a year-long thing, it's a 6-event, probably event for somebody. But it'll be enough for us to get a handle on what's going on in the county, who's gonna be responsible, who's gonna be doing things, while we meet who's involved in the county. Now, I took the course like Tom did and Vasso before me, so I know how the county operates along with all the stakeholders. But we are now the American Legion, an integral part of Morris County Chamber of Commerce and all of its activities. And that's what we need people for, to help us man the post. You don't have to do it every month, every other month. If you do it once or twice a year, that's more than enough, because you're gonna bring notes back so we can remember. And based on that, that's the end of my report. Commander. Huh?
CSO.
Oh, one more thing. We have 3 VSOs right now in the county. They're working together with the stakeholders of the Catholic Charity. Yeah, 2 days ago, I was in Passaic County with Dominic for the ribbon cutting of the first DeMava VSO office in the county administration building. It not only is the first time it was a grant, I told the clerk, we are gonna apply for that grant in Morris County, for Sussex County, Warren County, and Hunterdon. Because that's available to us. We have space at the new CBOT. We can also have space at the County College of Morris with their new veterans and their veterans that are enrolled. But the beautiful part is, this woman that's been put into that position is a sister of ours. That means we can talk to her, we can meet with her, we can communicate with her, not at arm's length or 10-foot pole length, face to face, eyeball to eyeball, and she's one of us. Thank you.
Thank you. Can't you just get the dates for events that we might want to attend so we can get them out in advance?
I'll try to get that, because they only publish it once a month, and then you gotta pick.
All right, great. Let's see what we can do with the $100. Thank you, North. Vice Commander Sable's excused. Vice Commander Connor, do you have a report, sir?
Yes, sir. I presided over the installation of the officer line at Post 91 at the request of their command for the 2nd year in a row. And Post 344 canceled their request for an installation of officer, stating that we're already a third of the way through the Legion year since the elections. I would like to suggest that hopefully going forward in the next year that we can have a lot more of these formal installations so that membership of the posts can see what an installation looks like. We don't have to use the long form, we use the short form. And so that people understand the commitment that the officers make and the members of the post make to each other and to efficiently running each and every post in the county. I know 344 hasn't had an installation probably in 5 or 6 years. My post, I was disappointed that the commander canceled it. But you made the argument that we're a third of the way through the Legion year. It's really a superfluous event. So Post 91, they know how to feed people. I will tell you that they did a really good job. and they are serious about their installation. So the county was represented and they got their installation at their request.
Don't want to get that done. You didn't bring me any leftovers.
I ate all of it.
Thank you for the report. Vice Commander Bergen, do you have a report?
I do, sir. Thank you. So tonight will be just my lengthiest report ever. I normally have nothing to say. But I gotta talk to you about post 391. So some of you to certain degrees are aware of what's been happening with post 391 over time. Give you a short recap. Back in the end of 2019, post 391 was in the hands of some bad actors. And the county decided to suspend that post. And at that time, the county put me in charge of an investigative committee to go in and figure out what was happening in post 391. And me and the other members of the investigative committee took action, and we determined that there were bad actors there. And we removed them from that post. Simultaneously, or very shortly thereafter, came COVID. March of 2020. Slowed us down quite a bit. But we took some actions after that point to try and reestablish the post. The plan all along was to go in, cut out the cancer, and then put people back in charge of the post who wanted to actually make the post successful. So we saw on that path, and we eventually found a group of people who were willing to take on the leadership roles at that post. It took a while. Once we put those people in place, they ultimately didn't work out. So here we are 4 years later with no real leadership in post 391. And this has been the bane of my existence since the day I got it, okay? I've been threatened personally by people. My political career has been threatened. I've had to in a public forum, try to protect the American Legion with all the assets I had available to me. And this has been a hard fight for years with post 391. Well, we're at a point now where we are about ready to put this thing to bed. And the way that we need to do it is we took a vote in April to revoke their charter. That was step one of the process to get rid of post 391 for good. Step two of that process is to have it approved at the department level, which is going to hopefully happen, God willing, tomorrow. The commander goes down there as the acting DPC. Is going to go down there to vote to officially revoke the charter of post 391. And so that'll be a closing of the chapter of 391, but we have one piece of unfinished business we have to handle. And when I'm done talking, I'm going to have to make a motion to have you empower me to do one more thing. Once post 391 is finally revoked and doesn't exist anymore, we're left with the building that they have. They have a building and a piece of land in Mine Hill, and that's really all that they have left. Their weapons are gone. It's only the building, the land, and all the stuff inside the building. I can assure you, by the way, there are no members of Post 391 to be had anywhere that want anything to do with going back in there or doing anything. Okay? So once we revoke the charter, hopefully tomorrow, officially, we'll be left with this building. Over the course of time since I've gotten this, many people have approached me about what to do about this building. And I'd shoot everybody away the entire time because I didn't have the right, the authority to do anything. People approached me for money. The town has approached me to do things with it. So the bottom line is, I was not in a position, nor were we as a Legion, to do anything with the building until tomorrow. Once that charter is revoked, the assets of Post 391 will be reverted to the county. And the county will then own a building that has no power, no electricity, that's the same thing, no water, and has been vacant for years. So the question is going to be, what do we do with it? So what I would like to make a motion for, and I'll find the wording here in a second, essentially is this. I'm going to ask the people here today that if tomorrow the revocation of the charter is approved, to give me permission as the county to sell the county asset. All right. If you let me do that, this will be the process. This will be part of the motion when I say it. I'll hire a realtor tomorrow night, okay? And we will start to accept letters of intent for the purchase of the building. I know for a fact that we'll get letters of intent to purchase the building for full market value, whatever the hell that number is. I don't know yet. I also know for a fact that we will get letters of intent, at least one letter of intent from the town, to purchase the building at a discounted rate in exchange for some type of agreement with the Legion. I don't know what the details of that are yet, and I don't really care what they are. What I will do is, once I'm allowed to sell the building, I'll hire a realtor and allow the realtor to collect all those options. Then at our next meeting in November, I'll come back to this body and I'll present the options. And then this body will decide what we do. Now, when I come back in November, I may come back and say, I'm making these things up. Let's say I come back and say, we have an offer for $400,000 and we have an offer for $1 from the town, and the town is going to lease it back to us for 99 years and fix it up. Let's pretend those are the two things. At that time, you're going to tell me what direction to take. So you may say, let's go with the $400,000 offer. The very next day, the $400,000 offer could fall out from underneath us, but you'll be giving me the wiggle room to set the full market value first. Does everybody understand the concept here? I'm just looking for permission to execute within left limits.
What happens if you lose your charter? It doesn't go by the county, it goes to the department.
Yeah, so that's a good question. So I went through this with the judge advocate. So the department delegates the authority to us. So the asset technically is a department asset, as are all assets. But in the case of a building like this, the department doesn't want to be in the business of managing the money. So they will allow the county to execute the process. Right? Yeah, it's great.
That's great.
It's great. So, yeah, go ahead, sir.
Are they incorporated and don't they have a corporate veil that would be covering that you can't just take it away from an active corporation?
That's a great question too. So that's actually the first question that came up from the town's attorney when I discussed this thing. So the bylaws are very well laid out, obviously. So the assets, as soon as a charter is revoked, the assets of that post become department assets. So sure, it's complicated, but if I was to own a house under Brian Bergen and I was to die tomorrow, it's not just like they can't do anything. There are stages, and in this case,
Incorporated to have a corporate veil to protect you?
yeah, to protect you from liability, but once the corporation is dissolved,
Oh, is it just?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, that revocation.
Oh, I didn't know.
So let me wrap up with this, and then I'll take questions. I would like to make a motion. Actually, I wouldn't like to. I am making a motion. That if tomorrow the department approves the revocation of the charter of Post 391, that Brian Bergen is given the authority by this body to put the post up for sale and to collect offers for the sale of the post, that will be collected and brought to the November meeting for a decision by the body.
Second.
Who seconded?
Is there any discussion on the matter?
That's what we're doing now.
After a second, yeah.
I have a question.
It's a-
You have 37 members that have paid their per capita in the rehab from last year, so they're still part of that.
That's correct. Part of the process for the revocation, which the commander is going to read into the record later, I believe, is that when the charter is revoked, the membership will be dispersed, and there's a plan for that.
Okay.
There'll be
I'm sorry.
more discussion about Post 391 on your old business. So unfortunately, it's a major topic today. Tomorrow we'll be going down to.
Okay, I'm gonna ask Mr. Bergen, before you leave, then take the per capita in the rehab with you to that meeting that you're having tomorrow.
The commander's attending the meeting.
All right, I'll leave that with you guys, so this way I'm not involved with it anymore unless they want to pay me.
Yeah,
All right, quick question. I know you said the department will revert it to us to just get rid of the building. Is the department gonna be wanting any of the monies from that sales?
according to the department, they're not interested in that. Like,
Okay,
all the counties are committees of the department. We are a department.
I know, but it just
They're
so that
delegating
they might come to the county and not go to,
they don't want to manage the property or the
They
city.
want nothing to do with it.
That's the intent. We'll take the money and we'll decide in the future what we want to do.
that's all I wanted to know was whether or not the department was gonna take some of that money.
Yes, sir.
You mentioned, the town for $1 lease, 99-year program. What benefit would that be to us if that was selected?
So, that's a great question.
There's none.
But I think that discussion, I would love to have that discussion now, but I think it's better if we wait until they actually present it. Because I don't know what the parameters of that would be. So I think it's only fair to the process. We just collect all the letters, come back in November, and then, is that okay with you, sir? Yeah, I just don't want to get ahead of myself.
Yeah, no, that's, because I just don't know if there's a benefit for that piece of property for the county.
That's true. That would be up to, in the letter of intent, we'd have to see if there is a benefit. Yeah. Did you have something?
Not to interject anything, and I'm not, discussing this with Brian, but the proposal that was given for that building by the town was for a community center. But we've already discussed that, and what you're giving permission for him is to collect bids that they're gonna offer you to sell. Once that decision is made, it's too late.
No, sir. So,
Let me
Yeah.
let me finish my statement. I understand what you're saying. I'm with you because you gotta get a resolution. That is understood. But the value of what was offered and what is being discussed are two different things. If you divide 100 years times 2 into whatever number comes up, let's say it's $1 million. What is it worth to us for the next 200 years? Because we're the American Legion. We're not a local small corporation living for 50 to 100 years. We already are here. Pulse 59 is here 103 years.
I
Do I plan to be here for another 100 years? No, but my children.
Yeah, but, Mr. Minor, I'm not weighing in on any of the opportunities at the moment. All I'm saying is that I'm asking for permission to collect those opportunities, and I can't do that. I can't do that until I'm authorized to put the building up for sale. Whether we sell it for 35 cents or $800,000, it's still a sale. I can't conduct.
Understood.
And then you're gonna present them all the offers in the November meeting.
Yep.
Yes,
Including
that's the plan.
So that's all you're asking.
I'm just asking for the ability to be the agent on behalf of here to collect the offers.
Yep, fair enough.
No, I disagree with that statement because if he's gonna be our agent, the decision is already made.
No, it's
I
not.
think.
There's gonna be a vote.
There's
No,
not being a vote
you're
on,
giving him the authority to collect information that we're not all privy to.
Yeah, see, right.
that, all those will be presented next meeting.
But they're already disdained, they're already tainted. I understand that, I understand what you're saying, you're not aware of what was put on the table, and none of us are.
No, I'll present every written offer. The realtor, first of all, I will not collect the offers. Just like in any transaction, the realtor will collect the written offers. Then the realtor is obligated to present all written offers to me, and I'll collect them all and bring them here. That's
The town said you can buy it for $1, they buy it for $1, that's still a sale.
still said.
And all that will come to us in November.
We're already speaking the language of his contract for $1. It doesn't matter if it's $1 or $10. What it is his interpretation with the realtor of what our obligations might be, not knowing all the factors. And I'm afraid that if you give him this authority, it's not gonna work out, because it didn't work out for 4 years. And I'm not talking against the Legion, I'm talking about the benefit of the total package.
The proposal of the town will be brought before this meeting in November.
Right.
Along with any other proposals from anybody that's interested in the building. And then, as a democracy, it'll go before the vote, by the members of the committee of Morris County, which is us, to determine what's going to be the proper. One person can't make the decision.
No, I agree with you, Commander. It's not that simple. It's, I already got a written pro forma.
November.
All right, I'll,
Sir.
Paul, is there any chance, and this is just a hypothetical question. Is there any chance that the town could condemn the property and take it under eminent domain?
There's always a chance the town can do that, but I don't anticipate that being an issue. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Brian, I asked you to, amend your motion to include and to direct the Realtor to give us a valuation report to protect us, MCAL, in any transactions that we evaluate.
That would be okay. I just, that's okay. I could do that. If they prepare an assessment, there'll be a fee. As long as we're okay.
That's not true. But any Realtor you engage will give you a fair market value evaluation of the property. We need that to protect the post before they take any action, or else we're blindsided ourselves.
I can certainly ask, but I'm in the process of selling a building, and that was additional fee. So
I'd like
if you give me permission to spend the money, I'd be happy to do that.
I'd like to supplement what Brian said. I think it should be a committee, not Brian by himself. Because there's tension not between me and him, but between the town and Brian. And with that understanding,
I'd be happy to work with Brian and
I just want to say that we have a post officers form that was submitted with names from the investigative committee. You just keep those individuals listed.
supplement this.
But just if I may, because he's really talking out of turn here. There's a tension between me and the town. Right now, the point of contact between the town and I is Senator Anthony Bucco, who happens to be their attorney. And if anybody in this room believes that there's tension between Senator Anthony Bucco and myself, I challenge you to prove it. So there is no daylight here. Their attorney and I are discussing it like gentlemen. So I don't really care if it's me. Frankly, this is a pain in my ass, okay? I'm offering to do this, to close this out on behalf of everybody. And I happen to be in the middle of selling a building for a VFW. So I'm intimately familiar with what's going on. And so,
Brian, I'd like to second that then.
Well, point of order. Brian's been working on this for 4 years. Okay? We don't need any more bureaucratic committees inserted into this process. Brian has explained what has happened here over the course of 4 years. He's very generously giving his time to get this process completed. I would like to suggest that we go along with the motion that was made and seconded, and that we eliminate any further bureaucracy associated with this project, and that we move along.
I agree.
I agree.
I agree.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
thank you, Brian.
It was lengthy.
it was. I won't talk to another year.
Now you want to pick up on those-
No, you have to talk next month.
Coordinators want more information. Finance officer, Mr. Ball, did you have a report, sir?
Yes. Give me a minute, guys. All right,
That's a couple reading lessons.
yeah,
Versus wife's.
don't start with me.
Purple reading lessons.
All right, I wasn't here last month, but I sent over the finance report. This month, even though we have a county officer with us here,
Plug your ears, please.
I'm gonna give the report anyway. Our opening balance on the savings account is $16,361.74. We made a total of interest of $2.02, with a closing balance of $16,363.76. Our opening balance on the checking account is $6,582.29. The only check that was written out the month before, which was $200 for the food bank, which was given to Mr. Murphy. Our commander's project as of tonight is $5,828.33. Gentlemen, I have a few things that I'd like to go over. The first thing I'd like to do is, Commander, can you get a motion to accept the finance report?
Yeah.
I make a motion to accept the finance report subject to audit.
Favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Finance report is approved.
Do we have the the officer who's in charge of post 312 here? For your information, gentlemen, we loaned post 312 $5,000. They were asked to pay us back $1,000 each year for a total of 5 years with no interest. It was due April 1st. We have not received any money yet. So whoever the commander is for that post, I would appreciate it. Are you aware of who the commander is, Commander? The vice commander for that post?
I don't have it in front of me, but I will.
My cousin, so I'll check it, because he's in my district.
Okay.
I'll check in.
Like I said, I've been doing this for, this you'll appreciate. I've been the finance officer for 9 years. I did a report today over a total of 9 years. From 2014 to 2024, which is the year coming up, or 2023, I'm sorry. Members, we had 1,853 2,996 members 9 years ago. As of this year, we have 1,853 members. In money wise, it's $1,143 of 1,143 members less in 9 years in Morris County alone. That's a total of $2,286 in per capita in rehab. So if we don't start doing some fundraisers or something, the money's going to run out unless we buy 391. I don't know, but it's not going to last that much longer if we start, because the money that's in there right now, $5,000 of it is for the commander's project. So we have to start thinking about trying to raise more money. But I just wanted to give you an idea of how many members we've lost in 9 years alone. That's my report. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So the membership numbers that you just read, are those members assigned to posts, or does that include post 1,000 you live in the county?
No, that's just per capita rehab posts that I get. That's only for finance, for money, and total number of members per post. There's no 1,000 posts on it. I don't do 1,000 posts.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Any other questions? Mr. Bergen, thank you very much for what you've been doing.
Thank you, Jim.
Oh, wait a minute, I have one more thing. One more question. Not a question. Is anybody here from Post 312?
I'll take it.
Okay. 390? 249.
That's 390.
Oh, wait, wait a minute, that's the wrong one. You took 390. Give that to 390. Give that to 312.
49.
And 249. Okay. That's my report, Commander.
Thank you, Jim. Appreciate it. Service officer report, sir.
This will help you here.
If anybody look at the Morris County website, I've been putting stuff in there for anything that has to do with our veterans and what they can do. And with the body check that we just passed, I hope that everybody went out there and checked on somebody and kind of like write it down somewhere and be with us. Other than that, that's all I have.
Thank you, we appreciate it. Chaplain, Judge Alvin, do you have a report, sir?
Okay. Well,
Story report, do you have a report, sir?
Yes, I do. I just want everyone to know that after the meeting tonight, within 2 days, the video will be on the county webpage. It's on the front of the page. You go scroll down to historian, you click on the link, and it lists you to every video that I've ever produced for the county. And they're up there. You can watch them, you can pass them on. It's a good way. You could see what we did at the All Veteran Memorial and how we honored the soldiers. And we had a helicopter fly over us. And it was all due to our commander. Okay, so it's a place to find out what's going on. And if you guys got something going on, send it to me. It's post450@AOL.com. I will put it up on the county webpage, you know, within a day or two from when I receive it.
That is all you have.
That's it.
Can't see you behind the podium.
Then on the box.
Relive the county meeting, feel free to go on and watch it. It is useful trying to figure out the minutes, but let your post members know it's on there. So if any of them like to participate and watch the video, that's there for their viewing. So thank you, Dennis, for that.
Dennis, how quickly did they go up again, please?
Within 2 days.
I can rewatch this on Sunday.
Thank you.
Yes.
Are there any committee reports that come before this meeting?
I'd like to go around and get any deceased members from the 9 o'clock ritual. Does anybody here propose that was somebody that had?
Did you tell them?
It's done.
First.
Done.
That's, I mean. Bills and correspondence.
We did.
What?
Hmm?
Is it a letter or something?
Yeah.
Deceased.
$50 last one, we didn't look.
Did, because I submitted it to the state.
First name?
That's the last name or?
Michael's?
Yes.
No, that was years ago, that was a year ago. I told you.
Legionnaire Kerman.
Because they're still getting the membership. He passed away a while ago.
Here we go.
It's important, and just anybody else? Any bills and correspondence? I think we hit that, we didn't have any. Now we're going, sir.
Well, let's do it from the chaplain's intent here. In our webpage, we are missing deceased members from the post everlasting from 2020 to present. If anybody goes to the convention, to have the convention book that has the deceased members listed there, I sure would like a copy of it sent to me so I can get those names added to our post everlasting on the county webpage. We have probably 100 names listed under our last.
Great, ready.
2020 entry on the December web.
This is, Gabe, is that, that's not just since 2020, is it?
We had from 1916 to 2020 was found on the page. Prior to that, from 2020 to present, I have 2 members of 214 listed.
I got 21, 22, 23.
I'll tell you, it's a good thing going.
279. Bills and correspondence again. No. Covered. The 10 o'clock ritual, can we please lower the lights?
Flowers grow, Regina Costa, row on row. On one place, and in the sky, the larks, so bravely singing.
Twice here for Amos, the guns we love. We are the dead, 4 days ago, we lived, till dawn, the sunset glow. Love and we're loved, and now we lie in our field. Dig up a quarrel with the foe, and you with our filthy hands we throw, support. For your soul and I, if you break faith with us to die, we shall not sleep, till flowers grow in hollow fields.
Rest ye in peace, ye heroes dead. The fight that ye so bravely led, we've taken up, and we will keep true faith with you who sleep with each a cross to mark his bed. And flowers blowing overhead, where once his own life blood runs red. So let your sleep be sweet and deep in hallowed fields. Fear not that ye have died for naught, the torch ye throw us we caught. 10 million hands will hold it high, and freedom's light will never die. Learn the lessons that ye taught, ye heroes dead.
Fulfill. So shalt thou rest. And what if thou withdraw in silence from the living, and no friend take note thy departure? All that breathe will share thy destiny. The gale will laugh when thou art gone, the solemn group of care plod on, and each one as before will chase favorite family. Yet all these shall leave their mirth and their employment, and shall come and make their bed with thee. As long as the train of ages glides away, the sons of men, the youth and life's green spring, he who goes in full strength of years, matron and maid, the speechless fade, and the gray-headed man shall one by one be gathered to your side, by those who in their turn shall follow.
Wherefore it behooves us to bear in mind this admonition. So live that when thy summons come to join the innumerable caravan, which moves to that mysterious realm, where each shall take his chamber in the silent halls of death, go not like the quarry slave at night, scourged to his dungeon, but sustained and soothed by an unfaltering trust. Approach thy grave like one who wraps the drapery of his couch about him and lies down in pleasant dreams.
Our Heavenly Father, in His infinite wisdom, has transferred the following members to the jurisdiction of Post Everlasting of the American Legion. From Post 450, Lee Morris, 279, Dominic Curley. May their souls rest in peace, and may each of us take up the torch borne by our departed comrades who have gone to a greater glory. May we revere their memory by serving the sick and needy, and by our continued service to our Lord and great commander of us all, and for our community, state, and nation.
Albert? And Luke?
Great.
Please brighten the light. Conversation 91. Just from my point of view, I obviously take any closure of an American Legion post seriously. I think the most important to have the members of that post know they have somewhere to go. That's what we've been working on. Brian and Tom Dredger have been instrumental in helping organize the paperwork, for this post. So one of my goals as county commander was to kind of wrap up post 391 this year. The commander that comes in next year doesn't have to take on that chore that's been going on. So I want to thank Brian Bergen, Tom Dresser, got all the paperwork ready. We will be going down to the DEC meeting tomorrow to present it and have the charter revoked. Tom Dresser was kind enough to get all the paperwork together. So we're going down organized, ready. I'm going to read to you our part of our tomorrow. Go over some more items with that, and I think we return next month. Hopefully, we'll have some better ideas about post 391 and how we're going to proceed. I think Mr. Bergen gave a good review of the background, so I'll simply review the recommendation we're going to have for the DEC meeting tomorrow. Recommendation, given that there are a limited number of members from post 391 who live in the immediate area, and given that these members were surveyed and expressed no desire to manage post operations, it is hereby recommended the following occur. The Department Executive Committee approval of revocation of the post charter. Remaining members of the post will be transferred to post 27 in Dover. They will receive a letter from the Morris County Committee informing them of that transfer. Any of the members being transferred to post 27 will have the option to contact the Morris County Committee if they express an interest in transferring to another post. The Morris County Committee's post 391 investigative committee could not recover any funds from the bank accounts managed by the post. It is believed that these funds were liquidated and that they're no longer available. All assets of the post will be transferred to the American Legion, Department of New Jersey, Morris County Committee. In the American Legion, Department of New Jersey, Morris County Committee intends on selling all property. A determination on the use of the funds will be made in the future. Conclusion, the Morris County Committee requests a motion from the floor to approve the recommendations detailed above now to be presented to DEC tomorrow. So
I make that motion.
I'll second it.
No, that's for tomorrow, tomorrow's meeting.
just letting you know what we'll be presenting to committee tomorrow. I'm sure that Vice Commander Burton can get all the information from both the town of Mine Hill, from any individual who are interested in that post, and I will make sure that all that information is brought to this meeting in November. Just so we know, I'm just gonna go over, this is the post officers form for post 391. I'll just review it real quick so everybody knows who's involved with this post right now. And this was submitted to the Department of New Jersey. Brian Bergen, Commander. Adjutant Thomas Dresner. Service Officer Christina Emmets. Finance Officer Will Kramer. Membership Chairman Thomas Dresner. There is a voice state chairman listed. Obviously, they don't need one. It's unfortunately James Conroy, who is deceased. So that'll be presented to department at the DEC meeting tomorrow by myself and Mr. Dresner. Are any questions real quick on 391 so we can continue on? Thank you. Any other old business to come before this meeting? Norris.
I just, I don't know if it's appropriate now, but I did request, a contribution from the county for Liz Meyer, who's one of our veterans in, post 59, but is finishing her doctorate for social work. And, she's having a little financial difficulty in her last year, and she's asked us for a contribution, and I'm coming here to the county to see if we can put together $1,000 to help her, because we'll be matching it with the county, post 59 in Morristown. It's for her benefit to be a PhD because she is gonna be a VSO officer. And it'll be one of ours, and she'll be paying this back in 10,000-fold when she's working with the county. Right now, she works with Welcome Home Vets, with Pulse 59, and the other organizations that we're affiliated with. But I brought it up before, and I asked the committee, and I asked the post of this county to see if they can come up with a contribution that she will repay within the next 2 years.
All right, I think I talked to her, and I think I was supposed to put it out to the post, and I did not.
Okay.
Um,
So I just wanted to remind us.
we did talk, so can you get with me after this meeting? I mean, okay, things got a little different after the last meeting. And I think that's why you and I didn't communicate about that.
Oh,
But I think that's certainly something we can put out to the post, and let them ask David, I think the next person today.
again, this is going forward and it's gonna be to our benefit.
You can make a motion under new business and propose a dollar amount from this body to make a donation. You don't wanna do that?
I could do it.
Yes.
I mean, something.
But we had a discussion, we were gonna ask for a donation.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Because it should have posted a tip in 100, that's what.
I don't know, any other, old business to come to this meeting? Doris,
This is only a reminder. Dominic's not here tonight, but we are still working on the Wi-Fi network for the county. We sent out a request to all of the commanders. I know it might have been an old list, but I'm gonna ask you again. If you didn't get a request form, just to tell us, I'll send it out again. What your carrier is, if you have Wi-Fi, so that we can go back to the county and say, this is what we need in the county. These are the posts that have Wi-Fi, files or cable, because there's two systems. And once we have that, we know how many posts need to be installed. And I'll be doing the same thing with the VFW. So once that is created, and hopefully we'll do it in the next 6 to 9 months, we will all be able to communicate with us by virtual Zoom and or team networks, so that each of the posts in the county, each of the posts eventually in the state will be able to have meetings simultaneously. And that's why we need your cooperation. We have half of them already, but the other half, if you didn't get it, please contact me or let us know that you have cable or Fios. Thank you.
thank you, Doris, appreciate it. Any other old business? New business, or any new business coming before the committee? Norris. Harold,
It's a recommendation of my DEC. I would like to request a contribution from all the hosts that want to participate for $100 to be either made to the county so that we can put it in a lump sum, because it'll be going to the college. It won't be going to the individual. And we can have like a dedicated line. So this way we'll know how much we need to match. If that's possible.
Point
I'll
of
make a
order,
motion.
point of order on that,
Yeah,
please.
you need to clarify.
You can't do that to say from each post.
No, whoever wants to participate.
No, but the way you're making the motion is leaving, it's not a motion.
Amended.
I just thought you wanted to
That,
get.
that
some
would
money
be
from
a
us.
question. What they were saying before was that you make a motion that the county donate $1,000 or gives a value amount as the county level for this individual that is going. Be under the county. You can't request things from the post at the meeting. That's all. Sorry.
Make that motion out for me.
So I think Doris is asking for a motion.
Okay.
Contribution to this young lady, Trump County,
Um,
to pursue her degree.
what can we afford as the county? Could we do the 1,000 or
North
500.
These folks, maybe we should start with a small donation.
And it's like, a loan, right?
Correct.
I think it's not a donation, it's a loan.
We're donating to create the fund for the loan.
It's a donation to create the fund for the loan.
There you
Right,
go.
for this young lady. To help better.
This is a woman that's going to college,
Going to graduate school. She's gonna get a
and this is
PhD
what she wants the money for.
for her
Yes.
last year of graduate school.
Okay. Whatever you guys come up with, I'll let you know if we can afford it.
No, I don't want the county to,
If you,
what I'm asking for.
well, if you wanna make,
To make a motion that the county donate $250, not a loan, give her $250.
Thank you.
Donation.
For two donations.
I second that.
Christine, thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed.
see me after.
Thank you. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you.
Clarify.
And Commander, on that note, could we include on the website that we're seeking donations from the post for this?
Mr. Norris will get the information. We'll get it on the web.
Yeah.
It's going to,
Any other new business to come before this committee? Harold, do you have something? No. Oh, we said Harold. Okay. No new business, one place, for the good of the region. I would find you to go, I'm gonna go left to right. Harold?
One is, SAO Lincoln Park is having an annual Halloween party this, next weekend. It's a big scene, coffee party, music, $50. And on November 8th, Wednesday, is the Rotary Club, the Tri-County Rotary Club, they're hosting the annual Veterans Day luncheon on Wednesday, November 8th, around 12 o'clock. Any veteran is welcome to come. I know most of you guys have been there before, but that's sponsored by the Rotary Club and worked with ShopRite, big total in the West Side. Right, that's Lincoln Park, 12 o'clock. Is that it? Post 279? No, Rotary Club is hosting it, but it's gonna be Lincoln Park, post 279, not post. November 8th, the Rotary, Tri-County Rotary. They've been doing this for quite a few years. Lady veteran, well, it is a nice luncheon, everybody gets up and makes their speech, where it came from, where the army, this and that. But what's the location? We can play. Where? Post 279. Okay, fine. I said that. Thank you.
12 noon for whoever was asking the time.
Howard, are there any flyers on the web, on that Facebook or anything for any of these? I think the Halloween party there might be.
The Halloween party is.
I'll look and get it out, we'll get it on the county website. Okay, thank you, sir. Bruce, you're next, go ahead.
I have a couple of things. One in general. For convention. For Department Convention 2024, next June. If you're interested in getting a room, we post 249 and several other members who come down to the Armada by the Sea. Please let me know tonight. Because I'll work everything out. I have to have names and everything by for roughly around mid-January. I mean, don't have the meeting in December or whatever, so I gotta get it done at least initially tonight, if at all possible. See me after the meeting. There's a minimum requirement from the hotel for this year, 3 nights. Most of us, that's no problem. For others that usually come down just for Friday and Saturday night, now gonna have to come down for Thursday night as well. So please see me after this meeting if you're interested at all to get your name on the list. Second thing, post 249 SAL is on Saturday, November 4th. They are holding a chili cook-off. Tickets are $10 each. Everyone is welcome. You could compete as a team or individually. Chili must be prepared and served from a crock pot or similar cooking device. Contestants do not have to purchase a ticket or pay the entry fee. They will get a free ticket. If you have any questions, see me after this meeting. And also on the same night, the SAL is holding a raffle for an autographed Giants helmet or an autographed Jets helmet. Both are coming with certificates of authenticity.
Hey now.
The Giants helmet was signed by, Jets. Jets helmet was, tickets are $5 for one ticket, $20 for 5 tickets. Tickets are available at the Post Bar. You could pick one or mix or match. And the drawing will be held on the evening of Saturday, November 4th, following the chili cook-off. And I will post these onto the Facebook page.
Thank you, sir. Awesome.
Don't take the girl.
Fine, good.
Thank you. So this is related to the government, politics, not necessarily politics, but you may have heard or you may hear that there's some proposals in the state to separate the Department of Military and Veterans Affairs to 2 entities. One that handles only the National Guard and one that handles Veterans Affairs. The reason for the proposal is all the chaos that went on with the veterans homes. So if you hear about it and you have personal opinions, not opinions of the Legion, but personal opinions on what you think about that split for the state of New Jersey, please reach out to me personally, because I'm going to be weighing in pretty heavily as this thing progresses. And I'd like everybody's opinion, because quite frankly, I don't know where I stand at the moment. So again, the proposal will be that DMAVA, which is the organization, it currently handles the National Guard and Veterans Affairs in one blanket. They're making a proposal in the state to separate them, have National Guard and Veterans Affairs as separate government agencies. So just go to the order. If you have personal opinions, please see me after sometime. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian. Okay, Sunday, post 342 breakfast, fantastic pancakes, good coffee. I won't be there, so come and enjoy it. My work schedule is not allowing me to be there. My family will be there. $10 for breakfast. I put on the table, go ahead, Christine.
I was gonna ask, what's the times?
7:30 to 11:30.
Thank you.
That would help. $10. Kids are great. I don't know. It's cheap. And it's good. I put on the table a flyer for thank you veterans, backpacks for veterans who are risk and they're trying to reintegrate. It's from Post 342. It's not a fundraiser for us. The money does not go to us. It goes to buy backpacks for veterans who are homeless. They're at risk and trying to reintegrate into civilian life. A great cause. And again, it's 342, but we are not getting any funds from this. It all goes to backpacks for veterans.
The website.
Vice Commander Markles was here. You guys have a district workshop coming up. It's the second one. We just happened to post 342 with, I think, a good attendance, good turnout.
Yeah, we had a good turnout.
Saturday, November 18th of this year, Muscatinac on post 278. That's right in Stanhope. And that starts at 8 o'clock. It'll be on Facebook and we'll get it out on our county page. Lastly, this is Buddy Check Week, the 16th to the 20th. To be a run effort for everybody to get in touch with family members, people you serve with, and of course the members of our posts. Hopefully everybody got in touch with some members. The best way, I printed out the list from my Legion of all the members of my post. We divided it up among our members. I think I put on my email that I had a Marine Corps veteran from Vietnam, and I signed to all the Marine Corps veterans from Vietnam. Navy veterans, we kind of divided up like that. So everybody called a couple people. VA recommends about 10 people per person, which you have 100 people on your post. That's not a lot. That's 10 members, or 10 people. Do that, get in touch with people. Because holidays are coming up. Sometimes a difficult time of year for people. So, an important time to get in touch with members that you haven't spoken to. And also membership wise, if you call your 2023 members who haven't renewed, get a hold of them first and, encourage them to renew their memberships for, 2024. So we can get our numbers up for Morris County. Anything else for good of the Legion? Russ?
But it's to the meeting, because 2 months ago, there's a law in New Jersey that says that any veterans organization has to get the cheapest electric rate of the cheapest public utility rate that anybody gives, but that's electric and gas. You apply, in most of our cases, Jersey Central, I guess, but it comes automatically, you save a ton of money. So you're kind of crazy if you don't fill out the forms and get it, because it's automatic.
The form,
I actually have the forms. I'll get them out to the,
send them to me and I can put them up on the county website. What?
Podium's talking to you.
Lean this way
Rusty.
so that we can put it on the website.
Well, with the law, they have the residential rate. So it saved us a ton of money, saved half our electric bill. The other half of it is we just this past week went live with solar power. And took us a long time to get it all organized, but New Jersey Natural Gas actually gives you the solar power for free, gives you the solar panels for free. And it's incredibly simple. We didn't do anything. They did all the paperwork, they did everything, a couple of signatures, and a fairly long wait. I have some of their cards here, if anybody's interested. But last year, our electric bill was $750. This month, our electric bill is $220. So if anybody doesn't want to save $500 a month on their electric bill, they're crazy.
Yeah.
Right?
Rusty,
I told you
do
that.
you have the statute
Oh,
or
we had
regulation,
the,
because that,
I
Gary
get it
was
to your-
looking into
Russ
that.
gave me, he emailed me everything and I will get it out with.
Get
that's
it
the
to them.
it's the Wi-Fi too.
For the,
get the cord.
I'd like to address what Russ just talked about.
Yeah, but
On
aren't you
344, looked at
PSEG?
what they did. And, I'm a contracts manager. I evaluated the contract. That's an irrevocable contract that bound your post to for 20 years.
For the solar or for the electricity?
No, for the solar. All right, you have bound yourself and the members of that post for 20 years to an irrevocable contract after the first 72 hours. We were gonna do it at 344. I did a business case study, presented it back to the membership of my post. We revoked the authorization to proceed. It is not the deal that you were sold. I'm sorry. I don't mean to contradict you, but it's a very, very egregiously one-sided contract. And I would advise any post in the county or the state to run away from that deal as fast as they possibly can.
Looked at it pretty closely, and you state it's 20.
I'll send you a copy of the study I did. I turned over 13-page study with the post.
20 years and they own it. We don't own a thing. They do all the maintenance, including mowing the lawn around. We don't.
That's not exactly true, Russ. I'm sorry, it's not. I did a business case study on it. It's not exactly true. You have it? I don't have it with me, but I can link you, but I can.
We'll get the information and make sure, we'll present all the information to everybody and they can make their decision fast too.
I got one more.
Harold,
No, that's ridiculous. The last Monday of this month is the North Jersey Caucus. It's on Spano. Okay, mainly it's the voting rights of the commander of the DEC, like you're welcome to come. It's on Spano, North Jersey Caucus.
anything else for good of the Legion?
Just a reminder, November 11th, Veterans Day. Just wanted to get that out there in case anybody forgot.
If you do, that's the most important thing is remembering our veterans and taking care of it. So despite all the bickering and back and forth, that's our primary mission. You could be 70. And it's Paul's 70th birthday.
Yeah, I turned it on, big 7-0 on Veterans Day. Really getting pissed off about that number there.
There's nothing wrong with it, Paul.
Post 154, thank you so much for hosting tonight. Another great job. I was really in the mood for hot dog. Two other people were.
Don't concede.
Turning the funds for the food.
249? I think you have a meeting next month. For somebody?
No, 450. 450 has it next month.
451? Okay.
Really, so?
You get pizza and Chinese food.
Oh, Chinese, yeah.
That's what we got down.
Oh, if you want, we'll get that for you.
Thank
You got some
you.
Italians.
Fantastic, actually.
Well, 50 one's in November. I'm pretty
Any
sure.
upcoming events? I know we covered a bunch of them.
Go to the county webpage, it's listed.
Just the 8th of November.
10 years.
Eighth of November. Which one's that?
That's the Tuesday, Wednesday, the 8th at the County College of Morris. We'll set up a table and.
Now you gotta get, I'll read it out. Okay. Is there any further business coming for this meeting? The chaplain will lead us in prayer. Right. Mike Albert?
Yes, we got it covered. Our hosting.
We deem this fitting time to pay our respects to our departed comrades. As we stand with bowed heads in reverence to them, let us remember the good deeds they accomplished. Let us revere them as good soldiers who fought the good fight in a just cause. Let us silently pray for peace, the peace that passes all understanding. And let us in mind and soul consecrate our hearts and lives to the real America, the land of the free and the home of the brave. The America we're fighting for. As we stand in silence to our departed comrades, may we sincerely say, may their souls rest in peace. Let us also remember the POWs and the MIA still accounted for from all the wars and conflicts. Amen. Amen.
Cover? So we meet again, let us remember that our obligation can only be fulfilled by the faithful performance of all duties of citizenship. Let service to the community, state, and nation be the main objective of the American Legion and its members. Let us be forever watchful of the honor of the country, our organization, and ourselves, that nothing shall swerve us from the path of justice, freedom, and democracy. And salute. 2. I now declare this meeting of the Morris County Committee, the American Legion, Department of New Jersey, adjourned.
Yeah, post 450.
That's an easy one.
That number sounds.
Similar